I wanted to go over a brief review today of how you can help yourself heal your trauma or anxiety, depression, panic attacks, any type of symptoms that are causing you overwhelm or stress. In this video, I'm going to go over about 5 tips that can help you on your way to freedom. Number one, I want to start with what goes in must come out. This is what Peter Levine said about trauma. So if we are abused in a certain way, that energy that has come into our bodies will need to come out. And a lot of the times that's how trauma patterns keep repeating, is whatever happens to people, then they do to somebody else, their children, and the patterns keep going. So number one, what goes in must come out. There is a healthy way for that energy or that pain that has been placed upon you or you have allowed to come into your life, either because you didn't have boundaries or you were too young or you just didn't know better. But we know better now if you're watching this video, so that will lead us to number two, but we're not there yet. So what goes in must come out, meaning when you work with the right person, I recommend a somatic, experienced, trained type of therapist that knows not just the mind, but also what's happening in the nervous system and in the body. It will want to be released in a way that it never got to. And that goes into another tip that I'll bring up in here with the fight-flight completion. So there is a way for that energy that came into you, that negativity, to come out. And we want it to come out in a healthy way so that we're not taking it out on others. That's number one. Number two goes back to boundaries. Boundaries will always be your guide of where you're going in the world and if it's working or not. And boundaries are a big one. They take time to implement and feel in your body. You can't just know them in your mind. I hear a lot of people talk about boundaries and what they are, but actually implementing them can be another challenge depending on who you're doing it with. Some people are very manipulative and it can be even harder to see. But your body never lies. So your body will tell you if your boundaries are being pushed, and learning what is acceptable and unacceptable and what really works for you is coming into your own power. And that feels really, really good. So that's number two. Number three, the whole fight, flight, completion, coming out of freeze. That's a huge part of why anxiety and panic attacks and depression and all these symptoms keep repeating or don't go away, is because what did we not get to say or do? How are we shut down from overwhelm? And we didn't get to complete these responses from trauma or abuse or manipulation. What did I not get to say or do? How do I need to come out of freeze? Again, these are all things you would want to work with a professional. So you can ask me any questions on here. I always recommend going to Peter Levine's website, traumahealing.org, and there's a little box where you can click Find a Practitioner, put in your area of the world that you're in, and that's how I started, and it was life-changing. And then number 4 is truth. Your truth will always set you free. What is the truth about this situation? What is really going on with myself, with my family? What am I allowing? Can I be completely truthful? Because without truth, there's nowhere to go. First, we got to get real. So denial is another huge part of trauma. That will be with number 4, truth. If we're either in denial or we're ready to be in our truth. And then number 5 is how important support is. Getting help, or when you talk to somebody, you're around somebody that completely is supportive. You'll feel it in your body. You will feel more sane and loved and uplifted. That's what real support is. You won't feel any disgrace, anything inharmonious. You will feel completely validated, understood, and on a path to freedom when you have the right support or somebody to talk to that's a friend or that understands this kind of work. So those are a quick, brief 5 tips for today. I will expand on each one in some videos to come. Thanks for joining me. I know it's been a little while. Welcome back, and I'm glad to be back. And I'll make some more. And ask me any questions or leave comments. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Thanks. Bye.